Hey everyone, it's Sarah and welcome back to my channel for a brand new speed build video. It's been so long since I've done one of these on my channel, and just in general very long since I've built something in The Sims other than building my house, my actual house on The Sims, so I can figure out how I want to furnish things. But just for fun, just for enjoyment, I don't even remember the last time I built anything on The Sims. So this little house took me like an hour and 45 minutes, I think it was. It took me a while to figure out the layout, so I cut most of that out because I changed it a bunch of times. But I really had a good time building this house once I got into the groove of things and like figured out how I wanted to have things and what kind of theme I wanted to go for. I didn't really have anything in mind before I started this build. I didn't have any reference pictures. I didn't have anything. I just kind of had the idea that I wanted to build a smaller kind of, well, the idea was a smaller house to use the tiny living stuff pack for most of it. I did use some of those items, but not as much as I had planned on it. So it turned more into a small kind of mid-century modern-esque interior. The outside is pretty bland, pretty gray, but which is typical for a build of mine because I love gray. I'm not adventurous when it comes to color whatsoever. But the inside is a completely different story. I really stepped out of my comfort zone with this build. I used colors that I never ever thought I would use in a million years. Just overall, the inside is very colorful. I kept it pretty minimal with the clutter and stuff. I didn't want it to be too busy. Like I said, I went with a more modern, mid-century modern look. So I used a lot of the bowling stuff pack. I used a lot of the Moschino stuff. The I think the luxury. No, what am I trying to say here? Yeah, the luxury stuff pack. And Get Famous a little bit. It's just a hogwash of a lot of packs. I did use the new Tiny Living stuff pack. So yeah, it was just a mix of things. Like when I went into it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use a lot of the Tiny Living. I want to make it super tiny, but it's really not super tiny. It's pretty small, but I wouldn't call it a true tiny build. But I still had a very good time building this house, and I really love the way it turned out. I hope you guys like it too. But yeah, it took me a long time to do this build. Honestly, I thought it was going to be longer than it actually was. It was an hour and 45 minutes when I stopped the recording. I thought it was going to be like over 2 hours, which is ridiculous for a small house like this. But like I said, I haven't built anything in a hot minute, and I'm just so like indecisive sometimes. Sometimes I'll spend like a solid 15 minutes on what, like wallpaper or flooring or whatever I want to use. I think I get stuck on a couple of things in this build. With the kitchen, a couple of things. But yeah, once I got the layout down and once I think I got the kitchen sorted out, I think that then I kind of got my rhythm and figured out what I wanted to do with it. I pretty much based everything off the kitchen. I used a very bright, I used orange as my color theme in the kitchen, which I never do, and I used brown cabinets and like that brass colored like sink and stuff, which I never use. So I'm proud of myself for stepping out of my comfort zone and doing something different instead of using the same old things that I always use. So yeah, I'm happy with that, and I actually really like the way it turned out. I'm very surprised because I do not like color at all. Like, not at all. Not in real life, not in The Sims. Like my wardrobe, it consists of gray and black, and my house, pretty much all our furniture is gray or brown. Our walls are all white. So let me know if you guys are the same way. If you don't really like color, if you're more of a plain Jane neutral kind of person like I am, or if you absolutely love color and you use color all the time, you wear color, you're more adventurous. I'm not a very adventurous person. I like plain things. I don't really like things, too crazy. So yeah, I definitely stepped out of the box, my comfort zone for sure with this build, because most of the colors, like, it's not even like I just did one room where I was outside of my comfort zone and used a bunch of colors. I think every single room, minus the bathroom, I mean, bathrooms I mean, it is green-ish, which I would never use in real life, so I guess it's kind of outside of the box, but pretty much every single room is like that. Like, I used yellow, my most hated color, in the dining room / living room area. I absolutely despise yellow. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but yes, it's an awful color, and orange is probably number 2 most hated, and I used both of those colors in my build, and I actually loved the way that it turned out. I'm so proud of myself for making it work, you know? And also I'm proud of myself that I stuck with this build, and I didn't like get frustrated with myself and just demolish it, and because it, like I said, it's my first build in a long time, and I felt like maybe I would lose my touch and it wouldn't go very well, but I stuck with it from beginning to end, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So right now I'm struggling with what kind of wallpaper I wanted to do. I know I wanted to use some kind of tile backsplash type thing, and I just could not figure out the color combo that would look good with the cabinets and the appliances and all that, so I ended up going with orange of all things. So yeah, that's crazy. So it is currently 3:40 in the morning where I'm at, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover, hopefully finish editing and doing all the stuff to this video so I can get it ready to go up on my channel tomorrow. I really hope so. So that's about all I gotta say about this speed build, guys. I'm not gonna blab your ear off for the next 15 something minutes, so thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the build in the comments down below, and also let me know, are you a fan of color? Do you hate color? Are you kind of in between on it? You don't mind it? You don't care either way? Let me know. So I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.